So the boys are at school and the baby's taking a nap, and while she's napping, I was gonna make her lunch for her. And I think this might be the most Danish baby recipe I've ever heard of. It's called uleblå. Basically, you take a piece of rye bread, unseeded, and you make a porridge with it. So the way that works is you cut the bread into cubes, and then you're gonna add that to a pot, and then to that pot you're gonna add a deciliter of water. So now I'm gonna bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for 10 minutes. While it's doing that, I'm gonna grate up some apple to put on top of it. So she woke up from her nap a little bit too early, but this just finished simmering, and it says to use an immersion blender, but I honestly think that if I just mash this up with a fork, it's gonna be like a good porridge consistency. I actually didn't even need to mash it up at all. Even just scooping it from the pot to the bowl, it's like pretty mashed up and like porridge looking, and then I'm gonna add a few more things before it's ready to eat. Now I'm adding half of a deciliter of formula. That seems like a lot. Okay. And then the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of butter, but I feel like that's also a lot, so I'm just gonna do 1. I'm adding in the grated apple. Are you hungry, sweetie? Here's how it looks. You wanna try? Now for the moment of truth. She didn't seem to hate it, but she wasn't super into it either. So I figured I'd give it a try. It's not for me.